Tomate Surf Shot, presentador oficial Arica Chilean Challenge 2013.
And I'm gonna give my spot to 2010 world champion, Amaury Laverne from Reunion Island. He looks so amped to commentate.
Oh, he does. He is amped.
So I'm gonna give my spot and get ready for my heat actually. So here we go. See you later.
Okay, so we are on to our next heat. Eric Apple back in the booth with our winner from the South Coast Crusade, Amaury Laverne. Amaury, how are you, buddy? You look like you're in a good mood, and rightly so. So Eric Apple back in the booth with Amaury Laverne. In the water right now, we have Ben Player, the Australian, Johan Florentine from Reunion Island, and Jake Stone, the Australian, who was commentating with us earlier. And Amaury's getting his mic set up. He'll be talking to us here shortly. Hi, Amaury.
Hi, everyone. Just very amped, and I was really keen to commentate the heat with Jake, Ben Player, and Johan Florentine from Reunion Island. And it's going to be a really interesting heat. The waves are getting better as the tide is getting low.
Yeah, you know, we were concerned that usually around this time of the day the wind starts to pick up. But man, it's almost like it's glassing off on the inside, especially these lefts are shaping up. I mean, they are scary. The waves are big, and it's definitely intimidating to go on those lefts on the inside. But you weren't afraid to do it, were you?
Yeah, that was good. That wave is pretty intimidating when it's big. And today, it's like 10 foot, maybe 12 foot sets. And most of the guys ride the rights, and some of the guys had some good left. With the high tide this morning, it was really like so much water moving, and now it's hips better and hips cleaner. It's three-man's heat too, so we get more space, we get more opportunity to choose the best wave, and we had some great show on the hits before. Jeff was ripping. Diego Cabrera made it just at the end, and stock for him too. He's came back fra.
So here we are back in the booth. Eric Apple, your host for the IBA World Tour. Remember, this is stop number 3 of the GoPro IBA World Tour. This is the Arica Chilean Challenge, the 10th year we've done it. I'm joined by Amaury Laverne. Big roll right there for Johan. And this is somebody you know very well, isn't it, Amaury?
Yeah, I grew up with him in Reunion Island, and he just qualified last year in like 3 weeks, and I'm stoked to see him on the tour, and he looks really confident and take off on this left. It looks pretty bumpy, but he found a good ramp. It's his first wave, and he had a nice roll, extended roll, clean landing. It's not really a big wave for the day, but it's a good start for him. And like now the sets are a bit less consistent. You have more chance to go a bit inside to find some good left. This morning was just so consistent, the set, and it was almost impossible to stay inside, catch this kind of waves.
Well, would you say, Amaury, that the swell is becoming more organized?
Exactly, more organized with the low tide. That spot don't like too much high tide. The waves are breaking really close to the rocks, and really so much water moving, and the white water from the sets are stayed too much. With the low tide, it's just it's getting cleaner, and as you said before, the wind is not there yet, so this is really nice, and we're gonna enjoy few more heats. What heat number is this one?
We are in heat number 4 of round number 3.
Okay, nice.
Again, remember, this is the 3rd stop in the GoPro IBA World Tour, the Arica Chilean Challenge presented by the Municipalidad de Arica, as well as Tomate Surf Shop. We want to thank Mike Stewart, Science Bodyboards. It's great to have a bodyboard company supporting our own event, their own sport. Movie Star, as well as Lawn Airlines. And like I said, it's great to have Mike support this event. So much of the time it's hard to get people from our own sport to put money back into it.
It's true.
And it's awesome that Mike Stewart, I mean, the guy, as if he hasn't given the sport enough, now he's giving his money back to the sport. I mean, the guy's given his heart and soul and his life to the sport.
He's really famous here. He won the contest a few years ago when he was big, and he's amazing. Like yesterday, he had the best barrel of the day, and the GoPro footage is just amazing on that one. And it was his birthday like few days ago, and we had that small party at his hotel, and it was so nice, and we had that surprise party, and it was so cool, like to see GT and Mike together that day. Was just I was really happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So GoPro IBA Arica Chilean Challenge. So number 10, it's a 10th event, say. 10 events organized there, and we always have some good waves, always get sometimes too big. Like, yeah, last year it was pretty small, but still rock some decent waves. And
You know, a couple of the riders, pretty much everyone I've talked to so far, Amore, said that this wave can maybe get maybe 1 or 2 feet bigger, and then after that, it's not going to hold it anymore. Correct?
yeah,
You agree?
Yeah, I'm agree. Yeah, today it's pretty much the max you can surf, and because the swell it's pretty south, it's all right. Sometimes you have some west-southwest swell, which is pretty much straight, and yeah, sometimes it's just too big and closing out. The first year that they organized this contest, it was like maybe more than 12 foot, and Hardy won the first edition. It was just really massive, like no left at all, and the guy was just dropping these massive rides, like 12-foot rides, and Hardy was the most comfortable out there. So yeah, so really stoked to be here again.
Amore, tell us about the wipeout you had on that big left. You threw a forward 360, and it was in the barreling section, and you purled a little bit. And tell us about how heavy. Tell the fans at home, how heavy are the hold downs out here? I mean, this is a very serious wave, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're,
it's a serious
you're laughing
wave.
now.
No, but I'm laughing because, yeah, but I was pretty scared when I nosedive and then I free fall in that pit body surfing, and I had like 2-3 seconds in that pit body surfing and just realized like what's going to happen. Yeah, that wave, it's pretty heavy, like really cold water, really close to the rocks, really powerful wave, like pretty much like, yeah, from the Pacific, it's just coming from so far, and yeah, I take off on that wave and I really want to do something about it. And yeah, I thought about the pit, and then in the bottom turn I realized there was no barrel, maybe a big roll. And actually the wave is just so big, so the time you're going to go to the leap, you're going to lose all your speed. And I don't know, I just arrived there and just tried to do this spin and yeah, just improvising totally. And, and I get flogged.
Did you hit the reef? Did you hit the bottom?
Oh yeah, I hit the bottom with my fins, but it was cool actually because it helped
stood
me
up
to
and pushed off?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
here we are in left. Ben Player.
Ben Player with that nice left,
And
bottom turn.
Look at the style pulling in the barrel, Amore. Very crisp, clean. Look at the barrel ride.
Oh no!
Oh, he went up
Gets
and over.
Yeah, it's pretty hard now. Like this kind of wave gets so much water moving in the barrel. You have to really sit inside, and we've got Jake Stone, the answer of Jake Stone on the wave behind. Oh, you can see how powerful is the wave.
Wow.
Oh, he's going straight. The waves are just so powerful,
Wow.
boys. And yeah, so we had like Ben Player on that wave, try to pull in and maybe get a bit too deep. And yeah, the lip was almost half top, so you can't really go too deep. And Jake Stone on the next one, been straight. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have the replay.
So here we
Ben
are
Player.
again. Once again, Ben Player. This is the first wave. Great bottom turn. Look at him pull up in the barrel, and the trim is perfect. He's going fast, but the wave just didn't agree. Almost
Yeah.
like a little bump in the wave there.
For
I see
sure,
him go up and over.
there was a bump for sure, and then that shockwave came with the bump, and he just lost totally his speed, and then gets sucked over. And then we're gonna have the replay of Jake Stone. Maybe, yeah, he just had a massive bump on his bottom turn, and he had to beat straight. And yeah, you can see how heavy the waves and how powerful it is. And you really have to put all your weight on your board and use your legs to control the speed you have on the bottom turn. Yeah, this is not easy at all. And another replay of Ben Player waves is getting a good line on it.
Yeah, I mean he's set up perfectly, right? There's
Set up
nothing,
perfectly.
He couldn't have done anything better. Do you think?
No, I don't think so. I just lost speed on the first section a bit for me, and then that shockwave came, and yeah, I think it was really hard to make that barrel, and yeah, but he's gonna back out there really quickly. So it's good. Many guys catch the left sometimes because you can back to the lineup really quickly.
Yep.
Compared to the right, that sometimes you just make 100 meters on the right, and then you lost time to back out there.
Tell us the fans at home. How is the currents down there? There's a lot of water moving. Is it hard to get back out, or is it easy?
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Like a lot of water moving, and yeah, the paddle on the right sometimes is really long, and yeah, so you lost a lot of time. So yeah, you're gonna see the guys like Hardy, Jeff Hubbard, like they serve really good at right, and they really knows how to read it. Pierre too also is ripping on that right. It's really tricky right, like it's really unpredictable. So you pretty much ride it, and then you just gonna see what's gonna happen, like step by step in the wave. It's not like the left that you can really see like the shape of the wave and predict how good it's gonna be. The right is just a big surprise. And sometimes it just offers you the biggest ramp, and sometimes it's really bumpy. Sometimes it's a big barrel. Yeah, it's an amazing wave, but just really hard to read. So we've got Johan
So
Florentine.
let's drop some scores here. I'm going to give everyone the lay of the land. Your leader right now, your countryman from Reunion Island with a 5.38 on his opening wave. It's Johan Florentine. Ben Player in second with 3.25, and Jake Stone, really a low-scoring wave, straightening out with a 2.08. Both Ben Player and Jake Stone are most likely looking to get rid of those scores by the end of that heat.
Yeah, and it's still so much time. So yeah, it's 19 minutes remaining. I'm pretty sure Johan get the first priority right now, so he's pretty confident. And we see Ben Player maybe padding on his right, and he's going for it.
So Ben Player looking to improve upon a score of 3.25. He's driving on the right-hand side. Take it.
He's driving. Yeah, he's waiting for a ramp.
It's
A
kind
nice
of a slow
roll.
wave, a very clean roll, but not really a critical section, correct?
Yeah, not really. And we got Johan Florentine on that big left.
Look
You
at
have
this.
to do something about it. Yeah, it's a
Boom.
big roll. And he made it. Just the
Big
time that
roll.
to show to the judge that he made it.
But
And
look
pull out.
behind him. There's another wave coming in, and that wave is possibly going to be coming in on his head. And man, just big scores and solid heats for the most experienced guys, the guys who are used to dealing with tough conditions, the guys like Jeff Hubbard
Yeah, so we've
and
got
Guillermo Tamega.
Ben Player on that inside right, waiting for that section. You can see how he's slowed down there, waiting for the section. He find a pretty average section, and he's doing really well on it, like a really clean roll. And nothing's going to happen after that. And we're going to have the replay of Johan Florentine on that left. Just before Johan Florentine jumped in the water, I told him, man, if you don't know what to do, just take off on the closeout and make a big roll. And he
Just punched through that lip. And here we go.
It's pretty much what he
Johan
did.
driving on that left-hander. Got some speed, a little bouncy, and just trimming right up to that lip, punching through it. Almost perfect timing.
Perfect timing. It was really hard to get the boot timing with that bumps on the bottom turn. And you can see how he's extend his arm on the roll to not get stuck in the lip because he didn't have too much speed. You really want to land in front of the... Oh, we've got Jake Stone on his second wave. A replay, so he's just slowing
Look
down.
at this barrel. It's actually slowed down too much, I think, right there.
Oh,
Oh, the foam ball pushed him back out. I stand corrected. The youngster from Australia.
that was cool. Oh, I don't know how the judge is going to judge that, but he did well. He did well, like that carving to get back on the front ball and get pushed by the front ball. And the last section of that barrel was a bit tricky and a bit half top. So yeah, it's sometimes getting a bit hard to get out from that pit. And let's see how the judge is going to like it. So we've got Johan Florentine with a 7 point.
Okay, so Johan Florentine with 7.08, extending his lead. But right now we have Yo-Yo waiting to talk to Jeff Hubbard down on the beach.
Waves are pumping in El Flopos, and we have the winner of the last heat, Mr. Jeff Hubbard.
Thanks, Yo-Yo. Yeah, the waves are pretty fun out there. It's pretty solid. There's some big steamrollers coming through, but you can get some good barrels and some ramps. I mean, guys are ripping it up out there. I've been watching the boys just all day, making the show happen. It's awesome.
Do you prefer small or you prefer big Flopos?
I'd like it bigger because it gives you more opportunity to do bigger moves, and and personally, it's farther away from the reef. You know, so you have the opportunity to launch high and not worry about the dry rocks. So when it's bigger, I think it's safer, even though it's bigger. Yeah.
We're starting our winter. Is the water cold to you that you're coming from Hawaii to here?
Yeah, it's really cold. I jumped in just for my heat and it was so cold, but then after I paddled out and ducked off some 8 to 10 footers, I was warm.
All right. Jeff, congratulations, and I hope you keep going like this. Very well, very congratulations, and I hope to see you here again. All right.
Muchas gracias, amigo.
Would you like to send some greetings to home?
Yeah, I just want to say hi to my family and friends and all my sponsors. Thanks for everything, guys. Aloha. Yee.
Aloha. Back to you, guys. Yoop.
Yo-Yo, you are the man. And catching up with two-time world champion, correct, Jeff Hubbard?
Yeah.
And the man who has a holiday named after him on his home state, the Garden Isle of Kauai. Amore, I mean, how long till you get a holiday named after you? That's pretty cool, though, right?
Yeah, it's really cool actually, and just it's hard to get to. Like Jeff Hubbard is gonna be like the man to beat on this contest, and then GT2, and me, I'm gonna do my best on this comp, and it was good to win like the comp just before come here because it's my favorite contest, Arica, and I'm coming here since 9 years now, and always get some good waves, and I really like this wave, and it's pretty scary, but when you get used to, I think it's a really good way for bodyboarding.
Well, we should mention it once again. I mean, it's a big accomplishment. 10 years they've had this event, which is, I mean, it's great. 10-year anniversary of this event, one of the best events in the sport of bodyboarding, as we see Ryan Hardy, the style master from Australia, getting ready to paddle out for heat number 6. And we got some sets coming. Look at these guys taking off. In yellow, that is Johan Florentine.
Johan Florentine, nice takeoff. He's getting in that bird, not too deep.
Nice.
That wave looks pretty hard to ride, eh?
Great ride in the pocket, though.
Yeah, great ride in the
possibly
pocket.
could have got a little deeper, but who are we to say what he
Yeah,
should
it's
have
pretty
done?
hard because that wave is just really straight. So he's like thinking of the barrel, but thinking also of the next section. So yeah, it was like, okay, getting in the barrel, or maybe hit the lip, getting in the barrel, yeah. So it was not that deep. I don't think it's going to be one of these top score. Yeah, you can see the replay. He's stalling there, trying to get on that first pocket, but already raced. The second one's coming.
Yeah, nice
And,
there behind the lip.
Yeah, it was not really deep, but let's see how the judge gonna
It's a big
gonna
wave.
like it. But
It's
it was
a
a
big
big wave.
He got a barrel, so he should have a decent score.
Yeah.
He already has a 5.3 and a 7.08, so he has a pretty comfortable lead. Ben Player needs a 7.58. Jake Stone needs a 3.64 to move on into advancing position. So in just a minute, we will give you the score for Johan Florentine as we see Ben Player raising his hand to the judges, which means he is asking for the situation. And I want to ask you, I talked to Sasha about it before, but this is a pretty heavy wave here at Arica, El Gringo, and I want to know how you compare it to, look at this set. I want to know how you compare it to other waves on the tour, like maybe Porto Escondido.
Yeah.
Is this heavier? Is this a harder wave to ride? Is it easier?
Yeah, the main difference will be that, okay, we've got Jake
got
Stone
Jake
on that
Stone
wave.
going on the left.
Inside one. He's looking for a big ramp for sure, and he's doing a nice roll
clean
on that
roll right
section.
there.
I'm pretty sure he was looking for a bigger move, but he just arrived a bit late on that section.
But what that's going to do is that's going to get rid of his 2.08, move him up a little bit more comfortable position.
Yeah,
Also,
exactly.
just so everyone at home knows, Johan Florentine had a 3.55 in that last wave, so it's not really going to help him out. But let's go back to your answer, Maury. Talk about how you would compare this wave to
so
Porto.
the main difference between Puerto Escondido and Chile will be like the bottom. So Puerto Escondido, it's a beach break, and Gringo, it's like rocks with so many shells on it, and it's pretty scary place. At the same side, I think Puerto Escondido is pretty scary too, because even if it's sand, it's just so much water moving, a lot of rips. It's hard to know when the next set's going to come. Sometimes it's come on the right, sometimes it's come on the left, compared to Gringo, which is pretty like ordinate, and the sets come pretty much at the same place every time. From my point of view, I prefer Surf Gringo, which is more consistent, and you have to sit at the same place and really get this right, left all the time.
So Porto Escondido kind of offers different challenges in this way,
different
right?
challenge, yeah, totally. But you have to be like at the same side. I think Puerto Escondido, it's more scary to surf like.
You have to be in good shape and paddle fast and long,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, 12-foot Puerto Escondido, there is not too many guys who will paddle there. Like the comp we had like 2 years ago, now it's like 10 to 12 foot. There was no one just almost paddling. Everybody was taking the ski to go on the lineup. So yeah, I think it's more scary even if it's sand, because you can get under in the water, like get flogged so much. But yeah, Gringo's still pretty scary, more scary than Pipeline, for example.
Oh, yeah. I think Pipeline's an easy wave.
Yeah, it's not easy. Oh, look at this left.
Wow, look at that barrel on the inside. And that's just showing how we talked about the lefts are cleaning up with the lower tide. And Jake Stowe with a 2.65, so up to score a little bit. He only needs a 3.64 to put Ben Player down in third place.
Maybe they count it like not landing that roll. Maybe he land and then just disappear in the foam, and because it was a small wave.
I believe it's a low score. Here we are in red. Ben Player.
Set wave, like big bottom turn. He's looking for.
Setting up for a bowl section.
Yeah, he was looking for a big roll on that one, but he's going to try the next one.
So that's going to be a throwaway wave for Ben Player. And remember, Ben Player is currently number 2 on the tour. He loves these Gringo lefts. He does super good at waves like this, just like we're talking about Pipeline, which is similar to these
Ben
lefts.
Player is one of the best in Gringo. He's ripping on that wave, right, left, but he's really confident on this left. And I already saw him one day get close out in like a 12-foot wave here, and get out from the foam, like just right there on the rocks, like where people are jumping. Just make 100 meters underwater. So yeah, he knows the spot. He's really confident. He's a really good swimmer. He's really fit, and he's get so much experience in contests, and especially in big waves. Johan Florentine is a rookie. It's just his second year on the Arica Challenge. So yeah, it's hard to be confident when it's just your second year on that spot, when it's that big, but he's doing well. I mean, he had a good roll on his first wave, that big roll in the closeout, he really did well, and not too many guys will hit that section. And yeah, Ben Player and Jake Stone just looking for a first good score to try get some points.
Okay, so once again, the lay of the land. The man from Reunion Island, the other man from Reunion Island, Johan Florentine with a 12.46. Here he is, Ben Player, the man in second place. He's also second place in the points on the tour. Perfect roll.
Whoa.
What do you think about that, Amore?
That was cool. That was really smart. You know, he's kind of guy, just really good competitors, and he's gonna have the third priority after this wave before. So he's just not to wait to go back to the lineup. He's just looking for inside ones. He knows that Jake don't have any good score. He knows that Heath don't have any good score. So that's gonna be his best wave. So I think they're gonna compare it maybe to Johan's roll at the beginning of the heat. And yeah, he might get his best wave now, Ben Player, and secure a bit his second place. So yeah, I think it was really smart. You can see the replay slowing down on the takeoff. The wave is pretty short, and you got a nice roll. You see the heavy landing. His hand almost get out of his board, but he's under it.
You know, I'm surprised that he didn't at least try one more maneuver on that wave. But like you said, I mean, wow, 5.93 for that one maneuver. So that bumps him up. He's a total of 10.81. He needs a 6.54 to move into first, but here he comes, Jake Stone, the youngster from Australia, and he's driving hard.
He's driving hard. It's a white wave, really hard to get a section on that one. That right, it's already hard to ride, but when it's white, it's really hard. Oh yeah, that was not a good wave to catch, but he didn't been too far, so he's gonna back out there really fast. Jake's skin is ripping. You saw how he was surfing at the South Coast contest. He's one of the best guys at the moment technically, and but it's what you can see during the contest. Is not just the technique. There is a physical aspect, and there is the tactical, mental. I mean, it's everything together make that you're gonna make your hit or not.
I understand. Now, you know, one thing we're seeing is Ben Player is sort of struggling. He has a 4.8 and a 5.9, but his scores are certainly beatable, especially with what we know what Jake Stone is capable of, 720s.
For sure.
He's capable of the stone flip. With a second place rider on the tour, struggling a little bit, it could be a serious shake-up in the points if he's not able to get out of the heat, correct?
For sure. If Jake Stone have a good wave, he's going to go for it. Jake Stone is kind of guy just going for it, so maybe he's going to try a big move, maybe not land, but if he land a big move, you have to have it in the mind now. That could put Ben Player in troubles for sure. Because Jake just need a 6.31 to back to the second place, and it's like 6 minutes remaining, so everything is possible.
You know, Amore, I know that you had a very intense heat with Guillermo Tamega here in the past.
Oh.
And since you are both still in the contest at this point, you know, is it in the back of your head that you would like to have a heat with Guillermo and kind of pay him back?
Yeah, I would like it.
Nothing personal, but you just want, as a competitor, you want to say, hey, you got me once, but now it's my turn.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love that, but not too early, please. Just maybe a bit later in the comp. No, this guy is a machine. He's been my idol and he's still my idol now for many years. And yeah, to have this hit, like it was the best hit of my life. I had here. I lost it, and I was hungry to lose that hit, but just the feeling to see him fighting and when he told me after that hit, he was like, Emery, you see what I had to do to beat you? I had to make rolls in the rocks to beat you, so you can be happy. And that's true. And yeah, I really like how competitive he is because I am like this. And
well, Guillermo is a very intense guy and somebody who never wants to give up.
Yeah. Like in the water, he's like breathing like a bull, man. He's like, just hear him breathing, it just make you stressing. And yeah, he's not scared of everything, of anything. And yeah, we're gonna have some serious waves gonna be riding that comp for sure. He's gonna make some big rolls and going big. And after doing that spin, when I get wiped out on my hit before, I thought about Tamega because it's exactly this kind of maneuver it will try. Just improvise like a spin in the barrel.
Now, I'm just laughing about you describing Tamega breathing. I'm also laughing how you thought about when you pearled and you were underwater, how you were thinking of Guillermo when you were hitting the bottom.
Yeah, fully. Yeah, this guy is just a machine, and yeah, he's ripping at Ringo. He's really confident, and we can see the three guys at the lineup just waiting for the sets. The sets are getting a bit less consistent, eh?
Yes. but they're still big.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the lower tide,
For
backing
sure.
off a little bit. And I mean,
Yeah.
the swell's still supposed to pick up as we have our rider in red, Ben Player.
Ben Player, nice ride. Big bottom turn. He's looking for, you can see his highs.
Yes.
Looking for the first section.
There it was.
Oh, nice roll. He almost nosedive, but he finished it.
He's
Looking
got a
for
little
another
section.
a spin, and looking for another section. And
Oh,
it's
manual
hard out there.
roll.
But that's probably gonna be like his second best wave. The second best wave at the moment was a 4.88. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be better. He lost a bit control on the landing of this roll. You can see, so replay. You can see his highs. He's looking for a section. Look at his head. He's looking for a section, doing that
Perfect.
roll. And yeah, he lost a bit
Almost
control
pro.
there. Yeah, almost nosedive, but he made it. Finally, did a nice spin, really clean, and looking for another section. You can see how he's slowing down and doing like a pretty average roll. But that okay, so 5.28 for the last wave of Ben Player. So he's secure his second place, and Jake need now a 6.71.
Okay, so with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, again, Johan Florentine in first, sitting pretty comfortably. Ben Player in second, and in third place, Jake Stone, who needs a 7.08 to move on to advancing position, or he's done until Antofagasta. Still, 3 more heats today. Heat number 18, 19, and 20. In our next heat, you are going to see 9-time world champ, the man, the myth, the legend, Mike Stewart, as well as Alan Munoz, the Chilean, and Ryan Hardy. After that, we have PLC from France, Edar Luciano and Israel Salas. And the final heat of the day, we'll have Alex Uranga, Dallas Singer, and the younger of the Hubbards, David Hubbard, coming up in the final heat of round number 3. And taking off right now, Jake Stone. He needs to do something.
You need a 6.71. You need something. He's gonna wait for a good wave. Oh, that was pretty good. Like the section was really hard and he did well. But
Yeah.
that wave's gonna offer just this, and maybe it's gonna be his best second wave, because for the moment his best second wave was just a 2.33. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a better score of it, but it's not gonna be like a 7.08, which is what he need to pass to the second place.
So take a look at the replay. This is a young Australian, Jake Stone.
Yeah, you can see the section was really hard to hit, like just push him down, but he's doing really well and extending that roll. Really clean landing. He's still landing with a lot of speed, but the wave's not gonna offer much. And the other guy of the next heat, they are already in the lineup waiting for the end of this heat. It's 2 minutes remaining. Jake Stone had a 4.9 on that one. So yeah, his best, second best wave.
So
His best wave, actually. That's his best wave.
okay, so a minute and 45 seconds to go. Your leader, Johan Florentine from Reunion Islands. Ben Player, the Australian, in second. He's second in the points right now on the GoPro IBA World Tour. His last wave of 5.65, so he has 11.58 total. And in third place with 9.4 is Jake Stone, the young Australian. Now, he can throw out a score of a 4.5. He needs a 6.68. It's certainly very possible for him, but time is winding down, and you know it's got to be in his mind right now, just a sickening feeling watching the clock tick down and not having the right waves.
Oh yeah, it's
and
hard
he's
to
paddling. Look over here. He's on the edge.
Yeah, it's hard to keep like keep calm down when it's just 1 minute remaining and you need like a 6.68. It's pretty hard. Maybe we're gonna have a takeoff. Yeah, we got Johan Florentine on his left.
Jake Stone looking
Slowing
to take
down.
off on the right.
Nice barrel for Johan Florentine.
Wow.
Oh,
And we also
He
can't
made
see
it.
it. We can't see it right now, but Jake Stone on the right hander.
yeah. Okay,
have
so
to
we
see
had
the
Jake Stone.
replay.
We apparently get Jake Stone on the right, and on the same wave we had Johan Florentine with a very nice barrel. I think it's gonna be his best wave of the heat.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, look at this barrel. It was really tricky, like a first really deep section. And he almost nosedive. We can see there, he almost nosedive and keep going in the foam and finally made it.
And it's so hard to push out through that foam because you can't see.
You can't
and
see
the wave
nothing.
just gets messy. And let's
Yeah.
see if we can see the right of Jake Stone, the right-hander. We'll see if we have a replay of that with just 10 seconds ago. Time is winding down.
Oh, that was a 9.13 for Johan Florentine.
Wow.
Really good barrel for Johan Florentine and Jake
Only a
Stone.
3.58 for Jake, so I couldn't see what he did on that way, but obviously it wasn't anything of consequence because
Got
he's
that-
just not going to advance.
Look at that barrel again. Look at how he almost nosedive there and just handle his board and okay, I'm gonna go for it, and he finally made it. That was really good. So Johan Florentine with a really good barrel and yeah, finished his heat first. Really stoked for him. If his parents are watching now, just say hello, Sylvette, Pierrot. On vous passe le bonjour en direct d'Arica. Super content pour Johan et qui nous fait une belle compète. Yeah, the
Okay,
next
we are
heat's
switching
on.
it up, and we talked about it. The man who basically made this sport and dominated it for so many years in the heat in red. His name is Mike Stewart. He's from Hawaii. Alan Munoz, the local man from Chile who made it through the trials, as well as a perennial Australian contender.